Hello, welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a 1-hour yoga flow for beginners and seniors. Let's begin in this pose today. Cross your legs comfortable in front of you. You can sit on a block here. Bring your hands on the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Soften the gaze. Close the eyes. And bringing your awareness inside. Just a moment here, fully arrive onto the mat. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the jaw. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it all go. Take one more deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Beautiful. And this time, breathe in how you want. And breathe out how you want. Keep breathing, keep listening to the body. Keep letting go whatever no longer serves you at this moment. Just letting go. And as you are ready, we begin to move. Open the eyes. Inhale, circle the hands up to the sky. Exhale, open, twist to the right. Plant the right hand to behind the hips. Left hand on the right knee. Think about lengthening your spine and twist from the belly to the chest. Inhale, come back to center, open the arms to the side. Exhale, open, twist to the left. Plant the left hand to behind the hip, right hand on the left knee. Twist from the belly to the chest. Just like that. Inhale, come back to center, open the arm to the side. And exhale, bring the right hand to outside the right hip, left arm above the left ear. Think about rotating the heart up to sky. And then open the left shoulder up and back. Keep breathing into your left side of the body. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the shoulders back over the hips. Exhale, plant the left hand outside the left hip. Right arm above the right ear. Open the right shoulder up and back. And breathe into the right side of the body. Just like that. Inhale, lift the shoulders back over your hips. Exhale, walk your hands forward, tend the fingertips, and then think about rounding the back. Bring your chin into the chest. Gaze toward the navel point. Feel the gentle stretch through your back side of the body. Just like that. Inhale slowly. Walk your hands back to the hips. And then straighten the wood legs to the top of the mat here. Shake the legs. And on the next, you want to bring the right heel inside the left thigh. Open the left leg out to a 45 degrees here. Inhale, circle the hands up to the sky. Exhale, rotate the body to the left. Hands from the hips, reach the chest over the left thigh. Option, plant the hands down to the mat. Again, keep reaching the chest over the left thigh, releasing the neck. Focusing on the left hamstring and the lower back. Keep breathing into those locations of the body. Just like that. Let's do that again. Inhale, slowly lift the shoulders over the hips. Reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands from the hips. Turn the fingertips down to the mat. Reach your chest over the left thigh. We'll do one more round just like that. Inhale, lift the chest up. Reach your hands up to the sky. Lift the lower ribs a little higher. Exhale, half-seated forward fold. Hands from the hips. Reach the chest over the left thigh. Releasing the neck. Continue breathe here for about 5 more breaths. Beautiful. Inhale slowly. Lift the shoulders over the hips. Hands up to sky. Exhale, open, twist to the right. Plant the left hand on the right thigh. Right hand to behind you for one more seated twist here. Twist to let something go. On the next, release the twist. Straighten the right leg out to the right side of the mat, 345 degrees. Bend the left knee, bring the left heel to inside your right thigh. Inhale, circle the hands up to the sky. Exhale, rotate the torso to the right, hands from the hips. Reach the chest over the right thigh. Turn the fingertips down to the mat. Releasing the neck. Breathe into the right hamstring and the lower back as well. Let's do that again. Inhale to lift the shoulders over the hips. Reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, folding down, hands from the hips. Lift the chest over the right thigh. Hands on the mat. Releasing the neck. We'll do that again. Inhale to lift the chest. Reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, folding down, hands from the hips. Reach the chest over the right thigh. Keep breathing here for about 5 more breaths. Just like that. Inhale to lift the chest up, hands overhead. Exhale, open, twist to the left. Plant the left hand to behind the hip. Right hand on the left thigh. Twist from the belly to the chest. Release the twist. And now straighten the both legs out. Slide the heel to your long edge of the mat here. You remember that you always can take a little bending to the knees here. Take whatever works for the body today. Inhale, circle the hand up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hip to a seated forward fold. Hands on the mat or grab the heels. Releasing the neck. Breathe into the hamstrings and the lower back as well. Feeling so good through the back of your legs. We'll do that again. Inhale to lift the chest. Reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Bring the chest down to the mat. Releasing the neck. Breathe into the hamstrings and the lower back. Give me one more round, just like that. Inhale to lift the chest. Reach your hands up to the sky. Lift the lower ribs a little higher. And exhale, hinge from the hips, folding down to the mat. Breathe here for about 5 more breaths. Keep breathing, keep listening to the body just as it is, without any adjustment. Feel the sensation through the back of the legs and the lower back as well. You got this. Inhale to lift the chest. Reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, plant the hands behind your hips. Pointing the fingertips towards your hips. Bend your knees. Slide your heels to the long edge of the mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Drop the both knees to the right. And then windshield wiper your knees to the left. You can feel the sensation through the outer hips, outer thighs here. We'll do that again. Take it to the right. Take it to the left. Take it to the right. Take it to the left. Give me one more round. Take it to the right. And take it to the left. And lift your knees back to center. Cross your legs. Come up to a tabletop position. Shifting the shoulders forward. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. We'll find some cat-cows movement here. Inhale to a cow pose. Drop the belly down. Lift the chest. Open the heart forward. Exhale to cat pose. Push your palms away from the mat. Grounding through the spine. Scoop the tailbone in. We'll do that again. Inhale to cow pose. Feel the sensation through the spine. Exhale to cat pose. Push the palms away from the mat. Grounding through the spine. Chin into the chest. 3 more rounds just like that. Inhale, drop the belly down. Open your heart forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine, chin into the chest. 2 more rounds. Inhale, drop the belly down to open your heart forward. Exhale to ground the back. Bring the chin into the chest. Tuck the tailbone in. 1 more round. Inhale to drop the belly down. Open your heart forward. Exhale, rounding the back. Lock the chin into the chest. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll meet back in a neutral spine. Exhale, you want to bring the big toe together behind you. Stand the hips on the heels. Rest the forehead down to the mat to a child's pose. Maybe bring the palms together here. Make a tiny cushion with the palms and then rest the forehead on the palm if you like. Whatever option you're in, continue breathe here for a little bit. Beautiful, my friend. Child's pose is a restore posture, so feel free to come back to the child's pose at any time. Come back to the home to reset. And as you are ready, we move on. We come back to a tabletop position. Stack the shoulders over the wrist. Inhale, curl the toes. Exhale, lift the knees off of the mat to send the hips back and up to a downward facing dog. Feel free to walk your palms to the toes about 5 inches here. So you can send the hips a little higher, maybe bend the knees to send the hips a little higher. Feel the back of your shoulders. Beautiful. Maybe pedal the feet by bending one knee and then alternate the knee here. Feel the sensation to the back of your hamstring. Whatever option you're in, we'll be here for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale to bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale to ragdoll. Step the toes to behind the wrists. Bend the knees a lot. Captures opposite elbows. Allowing the body, the upper body hang heavy. Maybe sway the upper body side to side. Take whatever works for you. On the next, release your hands back down to the mat. Bring your heels together. Or feet hips apart, always a choice. Inhale to mountain pose, slowly roll up, stand up, reach up, hands overhead. And exhale, release your hands by the side. Bring your hands on the hips. We'll find some exercise for our ankles here. Inhale, you want to shifting the weight to the ball of the feet to lift the heels up of the mat here. On the exhalation, you want to release the heels back down to the mat. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift the heels up of the mat as much as you can. Find the balance and breathe into it. And exhale, lower your heels back down to the mat. 3 more rounds just like that. Inhale, lift the heels up. Keep lifting up as much as you can. And exhale, heels down to the mat. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, lower the heels down to the mat. 1 more time. Inhale to lift the heels a little higher, higher and higher. Exhale, let it go, heels down to the mat. You got it. Shake your legs. Beautiful, my friend. Move to the top of the mat. Inhale to mountain pose, so go the hands up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge from the hips to a forward fold. Releasing the neck, let the head hang heavy. Lift the chest to the thighs, bend the knees if you need it. Inhale to halfway lift, flat the back, elongate the spine. You can bring your hands on the shin here. And exhale forward, fold chest over the thighs, head hang heavy. Inhale to mountain pose, slowly roll up, stand up, reach up. Hands overhead. And exhale forward, fold hands from the hips. Releasing your hands back down to the mat. Inhale to halfway lift, flat the back, elongate your spine. Exhale forward, fold chest over the thighs. We'll do sun A, 2 more bows. Inhale to mountain pose, bend the knees, lift the chest, circle the hands overhead. Exhale forward, fold hands from the hips. Releasing your hands back down to the mat. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale to halfway lift, flat the back. Elongate your spine. Exhale to forward fold, chest over the thighs. One more time. Inhale to mountain pose, circle the hands overhead. Exhale to forward fold, hands from the hips. Releasing your hands back down to the mat. Head hang heavy. You got this, my friend. Inhale to halfway lift. Flat the back, elongate your spine. Exhale, you want to bend the knees, plant the palms, step the toe to the back of the mat to high plank. One foot at a time, engage the core. We'll be here for a little bit. You always have option that drop the knees down to the mat here, engage the core. Whatever option you're in, it is your strength posture today. Breathe with me just for 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips back and up to the downward facing dog. Amazing. Shorten the down dog if you need it by walking the toes to the top of the mat about 5 inches here. From here, inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick the right heel up and back into the sky. Kick the right heel a little higher if it's possible. And exhale, plant the right foot back down to the mat. Other side, here we go. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back into the sky. 3-legged dog. Keep kicking the left heel a little higher if it's possible. And exhale to the downward facing dog. Beautiful. Drop the knees down to the mat. Bring the big toe together to a child's pose. Send the hips on the heels, forehead down to the mat. We'll be here for a little bit. Remember that you always can make a tiny cushion with the palms here. And when you are ready, we move on. Plant the palms down to the mat, come back to a tabletop position, curl the toes and the hips back and up to the downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back into the sky to a 3-legged dog. Exhale, you want to bend the right knee, stack the hips. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, you want to step the right foot to the top of the mat here. Maybe grab your right ankle with the right hand and then move the right foot to the top of the mat as much as you can. Plant the left heel down, bend the right knee with control. Slowly lift the shoulders over the hip to a warrior one. With your hands overhead. Option, bring your hand to the heart center. Root down to the heels. Keep the shoulders over the hips. We'll be here for a little bit. Find the balance, find the stillness, and connect to the strong warrior one pose today. Just let that inhale to re-extend the arms beside the ears. Exhale to warrior two, open up to the legs, capito to the arms. Widen the stance if it possible. Gaze to the right fingertips. You got this with control. Inhale, straighten the both legs. And then reach your hands up to sky. Exhale, pivoting all the 10 toes to the left side to a star pose. Reach your hands up to sky. Find the length through the spine. Continue breathe. Let's get one more deep inhale. Exhale, draw the heels in, toes out, bend the knees to a God's knees pose. Bend the elbows, cut to the arms, sink the hips low. Open the knees as much as possible. Drop the tailbone down to the mat. We'll be here for a little bit to strengthen your lower body here. You got this, everyone. Inhale, straighten the both legs. Come back to star. Re-extend the arms up. Exhale, capito to the arms. Pivoting all the 10 toes back to the top of the mat. And then re-bend the right knee to a warrior two pose. Flip the right palm facing up to sky. Inhale to reverse where you high five the right hand up and back. Rest the left hand on the left thigh or bring the left hand on the right thigh for a half thigh. Continue breathe easy. Breathe into the right obliques muscles. Beautiful. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, come back to a warrior two pose. Plant the both hands back down to the top of the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left to a downward facing dog. You want to bend the knees and then come back to the child's pose for a little bit. Send the hips on the heels, forehead on the mat or forehead on the palm. Beautiful. When you are ready, we move on. Meet me back in a tabletop position. Curl the toes, send the hips back and up to the downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back into the sky to a three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee, stack the hips to activate the hip flexor. Inhale to a three-legged dog. Re-extend the left leg up and back. Exhale, you want to step the left foot to the top of the mat. Feel free to grab your left ankle and move the left foot to the top of the mat as much as you can. And then plant the right heel down, bend the left knee, use the core to lift the shoulders over the hips. Circle the arms up the sky to a strong warrior one. Feel free to bring your hands to the heart center. Just a moment here to connect to the strong warrior one on this side. Beautiful, my friend. Inhale to re-extend the arms beside the ears. Exhale, warrior two, open up to the right. Kapitoti the arm to the right. And then pivoting the right toes a little bit to the right side. Gaze to the left fingertips. Widen the stance if possible. Feel the sensation through the outer thighs and inner thighs as well. Let's take one more deep inhale. Exhale to star pose slowly. Straighten the both legs. And then reach your hands up to the sky. Pivoting all the 10 toes to the right side. Root down to the heels. Reaching up through the fingertips. Lifting the lower ribs a little higher up to the sky. Let's take one more deep inhale. Exhale, draw the heels in, toes out, bend the knees. Cut to the arm to a God's knee pose. Amazing strengthening through the inner thighs and outer hips. Continue breathe. Can you send the hips a little lower down to the mat to release any stiffness you may have through the bottom of your spine? You got this. On the next, straighten everything up to a star pose. Arms up. And exhale, kapitoti the arms. And then pivoting all the 10 toes to the top of the mat. Rebend the left knee, come back to the warrior two pose. Flip the left palm facing up to sky. Inhale, reverse warrior high, find your left hand up and back. Exhale, you can rest the right hand on the right thigh or bring the right hand on the left thigh for a half bite. Continue breathe. Feel the sensation through your left obliques muscles. One more goodbye inhale. Exhale, come back to the warrior two. Re-extend the arms to a capital T. With control, plant both hands back to the top of the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right to a downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Or come down to a puppy pose on the left. Walk your hands forward. You can plant the forearms down to the mat and hang out here. Or join me for a puppy pose, shooting the arms. Untuck the toes. Rest the forehead or the chin down to the mat. Whatever option you're in, allowing the chest melting down towards the mat. Broaden into the chest and activate the back of the shoulders as well. And on the next, come up to a forearm plank pose. From here, you want to curl the toes. Press the forearms away from the mat to lift the shoulders over the elbows. And then elevate the knees up of the mat in case you got to your strengthen pose today. We'll be here just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. Belly down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Press the top of the feet down to the mat and then open the heart forward to a French pose. Continue breathe. Keep getting long through the legs. Think about you are activating the lower back and middle back muscles as well. One more goodbye inhale. Exhale, chest chin down to the mat. Kiss the mat. Bring the hands to the long edge of the mat. Only the thumbs onto the mat. Inhale to push the palms away from the mat. Open the heart forward. Feel free to widen the hands to the side here to lift the chest a little more. Continue breathe here. Keep getting long through the legs. Hug the elbows toward the lower ribs to open your heart a little more to the front of you. On the next, you want to release or chest chin to the mat. Kiss the mat. Give me one more round just like that. Keep the palms where they are. Inhale to lift the chest. Open the heart forward. Keep getting long through the legs. Hug the elbows in to the lower ribs. Feel so good on the lower back and middle back as continue breathe. On the next, releasing your chin back out to me. Kiss it again. Amazing. Extend the left arm to the left side. Bend the right knee. And then roll the right hip up and back. Bend the right toes to behind you. The alligator pose. Breathe into the shoulder twisting and spine rotation. Meet me back on the belly when you are ready. And then bring the right cheek down to the mat. Re-extend the right arm. Re-bend the left knee. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale. Roll the left hip up and back to plant the right left toes behind you to alligator pose. And feel so good through the spine. Do God's meet me back on the belly when you are ready. Kiss the mat again. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale to baby cobra. Lift the chest halfway off of the mat. Exhale, you want to lift the legs up of the mat. Open the heart forward. Balance on the belly. See if you can elevate the palms up of the mat and then cup it to take your arms to the side if possible. Keep lifting everything a little higher, 2 inches higher if it's possible. And let it go. Kiss the mat again. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale to a king cobra pose. Lift the chest, open the heart forward. Straighten the arms if it's possible. And then exhale to child pose. Push the palms away from the mat. Send the hips on the heels. Forehead down to the mat. We'll be here for a little bit to reset, to reconnect. Reconnect with the body, reconnect with your breath, and reconnect with the reasons that brought you onto the mat today. Beautiful, my friend. You can enjoy your child's pose a little longer if you like. When you are ready, We move on. Inhale, tabletop. Come up to tabletop position. Exhale to down dog. Tuck the toes, send the hips back and up to the downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back into the sky to a three-legged dog. Exhale. Step the right foot to out the right pinky here. Bend the right knee and walk your hands to the top of the mat to create more space for your front line of the body and to stack the shoulders over your wrists here. Staying here a little bit. Feel the sensation through your left hip flexor. Beautiful. With control, straighten the both legs as you walking your hands to your left, pivoting all the 10 toes to the left to a wide-legged forward fold. Shorten the stance if you need it, bend the knees if you need it, grab the heels if it's possible. Releasing the neck just to let go. Let go of any tension, stiffness you may have at the back of shoulders and the back of the neck as well. Release your hands underneath the shoulders when you are ready. Inhale to lift the chest up and out for a little bit. Exhale, walk your hands back to the top of the mat. Rebend the right knee, pivoting all the 10 toes to the top of the mat. And then plant the left palm down. Open the right arm up for a low lung twist. Option, drop the bottom knee down. And then capture the left toes if it's possible for a little twisting. And release right hand back to the top of the mat when you are ready. Straighten the both legs. Send the hips up to the sky to a wide-legged pyramid pose. Walk the right hand to out the right foot. And then reach the chest over the right thigh. Releasing the neck. Rebend the knees. Bend the left knee down to the mat. Straighten the right leg to a half split pose. Keep sending your hips to the back heel. Breathe into the right hand swing and the lower back. One more goodbye inhale. Exhale, rebend the right knee. Tuck the left toes, walk the right foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back into the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot to the outer left pinky. Walk your hands to the top of the mat to stack the shoulders over the wrist. Feel the sensation through the right hip flexor here. Beautiful. On the next, you want to straighten the both legs as you walk your hands to the right to a wide-legged forward fold, pivoting all 10 toes to the right side. On this level, feel free to find a bind behind the back. Interlace of fingers behind the back. And then releasing the neck just to let go. Remember, bend the knees if the body is telling you. Always listen to the body. Option, drop the knuckles towards the head direction. Release your hands back down to the mat. Inhale to lift the chest up and out a little bit. Exhale, rebend the left knee. Walk your hands back to the top of the mat, standing on the tips of the right toes. And then open one leg arm up for a lower lung twist. Continue breathe here for a moment. Option to drop the right knee down and then capture the right toes if it's possible. Continue breathing to whatever you are in. Beautiful. Release your left hand back to the top of the mat. Tuck the right toes. And straighten the both legs to a wide-legged pyramid pose. With the chest over the left thigh. Releasing the leg. You got this. Inhale, rebend the left knee. Exhale, drop the right knee down. Straighten the left leg to a half split pose. Keep sending the hips to the back heel. Keep reaching your chest over the left thigh. Inhale, rebend the left knee. And then exhale, wing it back in it down, foot facing down. And then next, bend the knees, get to the top, walk the toes to behind the wrist. Bend the knees, sink your hips low, bring your hand to the heart center. To a yogi squat. I'll turn this side so you may see me easier. Try to press the elbow to in the thighs and then reach your heart to the thumbs, the thumb to the heart. Feel the sensation through the lower back and the outer thighs as well. Release our hands down to the mat. Bring the one hand behind you to lower the sitting bones down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together to a seated bow angle pose. Grab the ankles. With the chest out in front of you. I'll turn this side so you may see me easier. You can capture the ankles or the toes or hands to the top of the mat. Let your head hang heavy. Open the knees as much as possible. Keep dropping the knees down to the mat on every exhalation. You can hang out here as long as you like. When you are ready, lift the chest up. And then bring our hands out of your knees here. Close the knees in, toss it at the like a book. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hinge from the hips with the chest over the thighs. Hand on the toes or on the mat. Micro bend the knees if you need it. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. Inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale, plant the hands by the side, lower all the way down to the back. Laying down to the back. Bend your knees, bring your heels to your hips. Feet hips width distance apart. Reach your hands to the heels. Inhale to a bridge pose. Lift the hips off of the mat. Lock the chin into the chest. Exhale, lower the hips back down to the mat. Let's do that again. Inhale to lift the hips up, chin into the chest. Exhale to lower the hips back down to the mat. One more time. Inhale, lift the hips up to a bridge pose. We'll be here for a little bit. Feel free to interlace the fingers underneath the hips and then lift the hips a little higher. Squeeze the inner thighs in together for support. And releasing your hips down to the mat when you are ready. Hug the both knees back into the chest. Share the soles of the feet up to the sky. Grab the ankles or the outer edge of the feet to a happy baby pose. Option rock side to side. And then hug the both knees back into the chest. You want to extend the left leg out. Draw the right knee to the left for a supine twist. Stack the hips. Option stack the both knees here. Take whatever works for you, my friend. Tee out the right arm. Soften through the belly. Soften through the chest. And then hug the right knee back into the chest when you are ready. Extend the right leg out as you bending your left knee into the chest. Draw the left knee to the right, stack the hips. Capital T the left arm to the side. Soften the gaze or close eyes. Soften the body, soften the mind. And then hug the both knees back into the chest when you are ready. Give to yourself one more big hug, big love. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Make a tiny little ball through the spine. See if you can lift the forehead to the knees to make a tiny little ball through the spine here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, letting go. Savasana pose. Straighten the legs. Your arms by the sides of palms facing up. Relax completely your physical body and your mind. Beautiful, my friend. You can relax in Savasana pose as long as you like. Whenever you are ready, gently bring your awareness back to the body. Move the toes, move the fingertips. Maybe take your head to the right and take your head to the left. And then reach the right hand overhead. I invite you to keep the eyes closed and turn the body to the right side. Come up to an easy seated pose. Cross your legs comfortable in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. You can keep your hands on your thighs or bring your hands to the heart center. We are closing our practice by a breath together. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Open the eyes. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy it and I wish practicing with you again very soon. The light me bows to the light you. Namaste.